Hey, what's up, guys? Peace, love, eternity here. So today I'm going to be talking about the truth about the universe. So I'm going to be talking about what metaphysics and quantum physics shows us about the universe and the way it works. So for metaphysics, I'm just going to go ahead and refer to all the work of Dolores Cannon. Dolores Cannon she was a doctor. She had her PhD. She specialized in past life healing. What she would do, some of her greatest work, she would go around the world and she would actually go ahead and put people into this deepest state of consciousness, which is a theta state of consciousness. And what she would do is she would actually ask them questions like, why were you born? Where are you from? Who are you? A lot of deep personal questions. She was actually referring, like, not to the egos, to the person himself, but to whoever was behind the ego, whoever was, in control and living the source energy within. And the crazy thing was that all around the world, she actually got the same responses. All around the world, people had the same responses. People who have never met, never communicated, never, even knew they existed, had the same answers. She would ask them who they were, and they would say that they are divine spiritual beings having a temporary human experience. And she would ask them why they went through certain stuff in their life and about past lives. And they would all say that it all happens for a reason. They picked their parents to teach them a certain lesson. They picked situations that they found themselves in, and that pretty much everything is kind of not planned out, but destined. And you could choose your own destiny. You could choose where you will end up just by your actions and the way that you think and the way that you feel. And so that's pretty much what metaphysics shows us about the way life works. That it's planned out according to you, to your highest self, to what you really want, what will really make you happy. But a lot of people don't even know what would actually make them happy because they don't know themselves. They know the person that they were socially conditioned to be, that your mom or dad raised you, and you're like, oh, you're a righty, oh, you're a lefty, oh, you're lazy, oh, you're this, you're that. That's who they believe, or a lot of people in the autopilot state of mind believe to be. They believe to be that socially conditioned ego, and that's not really who they are. You're actually a spiritual being having a temporary human experience, and you're here to learn something. But just how you're here to learn something, you're also here to give out and to leave something, an impact in this world. You're not just here pointlessly. And so, referring to quantum physics, I'm going to be talking a lot about Einstein's work, Bohr's work. Who else? I forgot the other guys, but it's like Mikhail Kubai or something like that. I'll go ahead and I'll throw in pictures of all of them as I go. So what Einstein's big thing was the law of relativity. What it said was that nothing is really important. Like nothing really matters unless it's right in front of you. Unless that's what relativity shows. Nothing matters unless it's in front of you, and it's important because it's in front of you. So it's relative. So a dollar is only worth $1 because there's a system to back it up. But if there is no system, that paper is worthless, And that's what Einstein's law of relativity said, that it's only relative in the moment and at the time. And so another thing with Einstein was that when he started observing particles, like when he started getting down into what really creates us, what we're all made out of, what he discovered is that we are all made out of the same particles. We are all made out of quantums. So quantum is the smallest thing you can break anything down to. So there's a quantum of plastic, there's a quantum of metal, there's all types of quantums. And so the quantum, what differs them is that it's at a different vibration. So imagine there's a rubber band, right? A rubber band just floating, circling in the air. That's what a particle looks like, a quantum. And so if you string it, if you just pluck it, yeah, it creates a different particle. And if you pluck it 3 times, it creates a different particle. And if you pluck it 7 times, it creates a different particle. And so that's all what it is. Everything is the same, however, it's just at a different vibration. And you can only perceive what you are the vibration of. So there's many, what quantum physics shows us that there's many realms, there's many things going on right in front of us, but we can only see what we are the vibration of. We can only perceive of it. And so Einstein's belief was that regardless of the difference between particles and stuff, there's always going to be a connection. There's always going to be a connection, and that connection, he tried to actually solve it. He tried to solve it, and he never could. He passed away on his deathbed trying to figure out the equation to everything. The equation to everything. And he never could. And Bohr, he didn't believe that there was any type of connection, that it was just in the... So the way that you can see this is Einstein said that if you grab 2 gloves and you put one in one box and the other one in the other box, and you ship them out to different places in time and space, there's always going to be the left and there's always going to be the right. And so if you open one box and you get the right, obviously you're going to get the left on the other one. However, what Bohr said is that left and right does not exist. Not until you think about it. Not until you yourself open the box, you give that glove the right or the left meaning. And so this was a huge battle with quantum physicists that was never really resolved until this year in 2019. What ended up happening is, what's his name? Anyways, I'll put his name right here. I completely forgot. This guy right here, he was at 8 years old, and he was in his science class, and his teacher was telling him how Einstein just passed away, and on his table were a whole bunch of papers about the equation of everything. And he asked himself, why couldn't this scientist, one of the greatest minds to ever exist, go home and ask his mom, help me with this problem. I can't figure out this problem. And so it intrigued him, and he actually took it upon himself to figure out the equation to everything. And so his life works up to today, 2019. He actually discovered it. He created, I believe it's like a particle accelerator, the largest one in the world, largest machine to ever be built, 17 miles wide. They sent one particle one way, so one particle the other way, and to come and crash. And when they crash exactly the same every single time. And so the reason of this is when the 2 particles crash, they create a ton of other particles. And so if you have the same exact test being ran the same exact way over and over again, you should have the same exact results. However, that wasn't the case. The case was that they were getting different results, that there was just something was off, something was missing. And so this leads us to believe in Bohr's belief more than anything. It just shows us that there is no consistency to life. And what I believe in regards to that is that we are that missing part of the puzzle. We are what Einstein was missing from his equation of everything. We were that last integer, or I haven't been to school in a long time. We are that last piece of the equation. So we have to plug ourselves into all of our beliefs, everything that we think, we feel, or act. That's something that we would have to add to the equation that would give us that result. And the reason that I believe this is because whatever you believe, you create your own reality through your beliefs. So whatever you believe to be true is true because you believe it to be true. And your reality is just a reflection of your personality, the way that you think, the way that you act, and the way that you feel. So I think we're that missing link to reality, to the way that everything works. And another thing that quantum physics shows us, there's this quantum physicist Neville Goddard. He actually wrote a book called The Feeling is a Secret, and he said that the feeling is a secret, that if you want to feel abundance, you have to first be it. So feel abundant, do it, act abundant and then have it, and then that abundance will come into you. And that's how I believe that life works. That's how reality works. So first you gotta be it, then you gotta do it, and then you have it, because you become the vibration of it. And so then it resonates with you, and then you perceive what you are the vibration of. And I have been able to use this technique to change my life. I have completely changed my life. And I'm not gonna stop here. I'm gonna keep on going. And I want you guys to join me on this journey of expanding my consciousness and of changing my life as a person. I believe that whatever you put out comes back, and you get what you deserve. And that's how it will always be. It's a relationship with you and the universe. How you feel about the universe is the way that the universe feels about you. The way that you feel about money is the way that money feels about you. And it goes like that with everything. You have to be the vibration of it to perceive it. And so that's what quantum physics shows us, that same exact thing. So I explained what quantum physics shows if you go down to the deepest particle, but what if we go out? What if we go out to outer space? What does quantum physics shows us? It actually shows us that there's a vast infinity of possibilities, that we ourselves are just a possibility. The fact that you're alive right now is just a percentage of, it's the 0.001%, the chance that we're here. And that you're watching this video right now is another 0.0001%. And the same goes with the universe. Everything around us, it just happened to happen. But also what the same quantum physicists learned about the particle accelerator that they created. So that same guy, this is what I'm trying to say. That same guy also discovered that there are multiple universes. So there's infinite amount of universes, and this just happens to be ours. So the quantum physicist community is no longer trying to save this universe. We're not trying to, prolong our death. What they're trying to do now, they're trying to expand, to travel to different universes. And I believe that the feeling is a secret when it comes to this. I believe that we ourselves, as immortal spiritual beings having temporary human experiences, we could just travel from universe to universe, just by the way that we think, the way that we act, and the way that we feel. We were able to reach out to those different universes and just go from this universe to right now, just how I put my hand here instead of putting it over here, but I just put it here, so now I'm in that universe where I put my hand over here, if that makes sense. Through your actions, through your feelings, and through your thoughts, you lead yourself to the universe and to the reality that you want to experience. So pay attention to the way you think, the way that you act, and the way that you feel. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's the truth regarding the universe when you look at it in the quantum physics and metaphysics. This is what I base my whole life in, and my life has changed so dramatically that I have no doubt about it. No doubt about my beliefs. And I want to spread this with the world, because I didn't used to be the way I am now. I wouldn't be able to speak to you like this, get in this flow state and be able to just talk about my beliefs. I'd be all like, and I wouldn't even have the knowledge to be able to share with you guys. I wouldn't have my own opinion about life. And that's what I want you guys to expand on. I don't want you guys to just come here and listen to me and believe everything that I'm saying. I want you guys to listen to it and then take it into consideration. Leave what serves you. Take what serves you and leave what doesn't. And then go ahead and expand yourself. You have your own opinion about life, because we are all different, guys. We are all different. And I that's all I want to do. I want to help people create their own opinion about life.